I met May while I was attending college after serving 4 years in the military. From day one, I was attracted to her, but I didn't say anything because, despite her being 2 years ahead of me in school, I was older than her. It felt awkward to approach her at the time. We eventually connected when she approached me on campus, asking if I was shy because I never talked to anyone. I laughed it off. For context, I am far from shy and, during my military service, had a bit of a reputation as a player. Let's just say I was never lonely. Over the next few weeks, May and I spent a lot of time together and made it official to be a couple on her birthday. Things were great. She graduated and moved back home to work as a teacher, which was only about an hour away from the university. We still spent most of our free time together, and I even met her entire family. Life felt like it was on the right track. When I graduated, I got a job in her hometown, and we moved in together. For a while, everything seemed fine until D-Day. That day, I was giving a coworker a ride home because his car wouldn't start. Coincidentally, he lived near the school where May worked. I called her to see if she had left for the day, and she said she was still grading papers and would be home late. But as I pulled into the faculty parking lot, I didn't see her car. When I told her I was nearby and stopping by, she insisted I should just go home because she was busy. That's when I knew she was lying. I said okay and went home. May came home about an hour later, acting as if nothing was wrong. That night, I tried initiating intimacy to gauge her response. She turned me down, saying she was tired but suggested we plan a date night that weekend. I agreed, but deep down I already knew what was happening. The next morning, while she was in the shower, I checked her phone. There were sketchy text messages between her and someone named Ray. The messages didn't make much sense, and it was clear some had been deleted. I said nothing and went about my day. The rest of the week, May kept asking about our date night, and I played along, telling her I had something special planned. On Friday, I took the day off from work and had flowers sent to her at the school with a note saying I couldn't wait for our special weekend. She texted back, saying she loved me and was excited. When she came home that evening, she was giddy, noticing my packed bags by the door. She asked where we were going, and I told her I was leaving because I knew about Ray. She broke down crying, confessing it happened only once. I couldn't believe how quickly she admitted it without me even having solid proof. When I asked her why she cheated, she said it was because Ray made her feel good about herself. She begged to work things out, but I told her I needed time away to think. I left, checked into an extended stay hotel, and processed everything. I was hurt but also thankful I found out before marriage or kids were involved. The funny thing is she was the only girl I ever thought of marrying or starting a family with. Life moved on. I started hanging out with friends from work and stayed in touch with May, but let her know I couldn't be around her because of how hurt I was. One night, a coworker invited me to an open mic comedy show where I ran into May's stepmother's younger sister, Amy. Amy remembered me from a family gathering and struck up a conversation. She was gorgeous, and we clicked instantly. After the show, we exchanged numbers and planned to attend another show together. Though I was still texting May about how I felt, my time with Amy quickly became the highlight of my life. After the next comedy show, we drank too much, went back to my hotel, and things escalated. It was the most amazing experience of my life, and I became hooked. Amy and I began a FWB, Friends with Benefits, relationship. A month later, May somehow found out about Amy and went ballistic. She called, crying and cursing, even getting her dad and stepmother involved. Her dad threatened me, but I reminded him that his daughter's infidelity was the root of the issue. He calmed down, apologized for his threats, and admitted he didn't know she had cheated. As for May, she still texts me daily, but I only respond occasionally. Meanwhile, I'm still seeing Amy, and our connection feels electric. I've moved past May romantically and emotionally. In my military service, I saw too many good men destroyed by unfaithful partners. I've always believed that I can't stop someone from being a liar or a cheat. It's their choice. May hurt me, but she didn't break me. I still care for May as a flawed human being, but I no longer see her as a girlfriend or romantic partner. Life goes on, and I'm thankful I found clarity before it was too late.